Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Katie and today I wanted to do my August wrap up. I know this is a little late, but I had computer issues and all sorts of ridiculousness at the beginning of this month, so I wanted to do it now and get it up for you guys. So yes, let's just get into it. So in the month of August I read 8 things, 2 of them being young adult novels, 1 of them being a play, 1 a graphic novel, and the rest are short stories, whether it's in a bind up or individual short stories. That is what I read in August. I participated in the 7 in 7 readathon. I will link all that information down below, but it's basically where you try to read 7 books in 7 days, and so I was reading a bunch of little short things to be able to keep up with that. I ended up reading 5 things over 7 days, which I'm really happy with. Very, very excited about, and let's just get into what I read for the 7 in 7 readathon. The first book I completed for the 7 in 7 readathon, technically I believe on July 31st, but my July wrap up had already gone up, so I'm going to include it in this one, and that is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child by J.K. Rowling. I went to the midnight release. I have a vlog for this if you guys want to check it out. I will link it. There's a lot of controversy going around about this book, and by controversy I mean there's a lot of differing opinions on whether this book is good or not. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was planning on doing a review, but I feel like it's a little late for that now. So let me know what you guys, if you guys want to know more of my thoughts. I did do a little bit of an in-depth Goodreads review, but I ended up giving this a 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I went into it not expecting anything, and I think that's what really helped. Obviously I had a lot of issues with it, and I'm really toying towards bumping it down a star to 4 out of 5 stars. But I think I'll have to reread it to really get my thoughts. I read this so fast and I did really enjoy this book. So yeah, that's where I am right now. If you guys want to see me do a full review, just comment down below and I will definitely film that for you. Then I picked up The Woods Volume 1 by James Tinian IV and Michael Dialynas. And this is a graphic novel. This is Volume 1, The Arrow, and I enjoyed this book. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I thought the pacing was a little too fast. I feel like I needed more time with the characters, and I don't read a lot of graphic novels, so I don't have too much of a base to go on, but I love the art. I just wish the story was a little less and the characters were a little more. Then I ended up listening to 3 of the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I read Bitter of Tongue, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars, The Fiery Trial, which I gave a 5 out of 5 stars, and Born to Endless Night, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. That is stories 7, 8, and 9, so I really only have 1 left. I don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm really enjoying the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy so far. Overall, I think maybe when I finish I'll do an overall kind of feelings on each of the stories. But yes, those are my thoughts on the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. The last book I picked up for the 7 in 7 readathon was Star Wars Before the Awakening by Greg Rucka. This is a middle grade short stories of what happened before Star Wars The Force Awakens for Finn, Rey, and Poe. And I gave this, I think, a 2 out of 5 stars. I felt like these stories didn't really flow very well with what we see in The Force Awakens, and I don't know, I just was expecting a little bit more from this. Even though it's middle grade, it just didn't feel like it gelled very well with the movie, and that was my big kind of hump to get over. It was well written and the art is beautiful, but I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. And that was the end of my 7 in 7 readathon, and for the rest of the month I ended up reading 2 novels, the first being The Leaving by Tara Alibrando. This is a young adult mystery novel about 6 kids that were taken and when they were kindergartners, and now that they are 16, 5 of them came back, and everyone is wondering what happened to the 6th kids. Now the 5 kids that came back have no memory of what happened to them when they were younger. They were dropped off with these maps to their houses when they're 16, and they just stumble back into these lives that they, you know, never had. And it was really interesting. It was really, really gripping. Overall, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really fun and exhilarating and just fast-paced, and it was good. Then, to finish out the month of August, I read Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass 6-book series, young adult high fantasy. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I can't go into too much detail about the plot, obviously, because it's the 3rd book in the series. I don't want to spoil the first 2, but if you're on BookTube and you don't know about this series, where have you been? I'm thinking about doing a review of books 1 through 3 and then 4 through 6. So if you want to know more of my spoilery thoughts, keep a lookout for that. So that is it. Those are all of the books that I read in the month of August. It was a little bit less than I expected to, but I did take a big road trip and I didn't end up reading as much as I thought I would in the car and stuff like that. So those are the books that I read in August. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with another video soon. Goodbye!
Make you lose control.